A warm welcome to all online students and the various audience of various sectors. It's my pleasure to invite Mrs. Rasmi Sawant in today's webinar come interactive session on women entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. When the world talks about inclusive growth, gender equality plays a major role. Equality can enhance economic efficiency and improve other developmental outcomes. There is a clear link between gender equality and productivity. Women now represents more than 40% of the global workforce, 43% of the agricultural workforce, and more than half of the world's university students. Yet women are still not engaged in activities that make the best use of their skills and talent. These abilities are vital for an economy to perform full potential. Government of India has defined women entrepreneurs as an enterprise owned and controlled by a woman having a minimum financial interest of 51% of the capital and giving at least 51% of employment generated in enterprise to women. Like a male entrepreneur, a woman entrepreneur has many functions. They should explore the prospects of starting a new enterprise, undertake a risk, introduction of new innovations, coordination, administration and control of business, and providing an effective leadership in all aspects of business. Leadership, the wonderful quality, needs to be integrated with a proper attitude. So it's great moment to talk about great topic with a great personality, Rasmi Sawant. Now, let me have a brief profile before we go to her. An acclaimed community tourism entrepreneur, leading successful enterprise, contributing to the conservation of biodiversity, environment, arts, crafts, and promoting rural livelihood. Rasmi Sawant has worked in various capacities of editorial board with Jacob Publishing House, Cine Blitz magazine, and as a tour manager for Rajarani Travel, and is a guest faculty to various tourism and travel management institute. Presently as a director, Culture, Angan Private Limited, an innovative tourism enterprise with a social outlook. Rasmi Sawant, a graduate in arts from Mumbai University, postgraduate in tourism and travel management from Mumbai University, diploma in journalism and mass communication. She has done in diploma in public speaking, and she has been given a very strong base in the various education sectors of the different exposure, has given a strong base to explore the world of tourism in an innovative way. Now, let me have what is her view and this. So, Mrs. Rasmi Sawant.
Hello, Namaskar. I'm Rasmi Sawant. My company is Culture and Tourism Private Limited. I'm based in Mumbai, but my work is in the villages of Maharashtra and the villages of Rajasthan. So, the first starting point is, did I want to become an entrepreneur? Frankly, I never thought about it. After my graduation, I did my travel and tourism from Mumbai University. When I was doing my travel and tourism, everybody used to ask, so where will you work? And I would all the time say that I don't want to work for a company where I want to send Indians abroad, but I want to work for a company where foreigners will come to India and they will explore what true India is. But life had some different things in store for me, because after my graduation, after I did my travel and tourism, I did my internship in a travel company, but I never worked anywhere. When I started on my own. I started as a curator for our Indian arts and crafts, and that too indigenous arts and crafts, to showcase their art and craft in international festivals. So that was my beginning of, I can say, of my enterprise. Because when I took the tribal artists, or when I took the shepherds from Maharashtra to the Edinburgh Arts Festival, which is one of the largest international arts festival in the world, and it is organized every year by the Edinburgh Tourism Council, Arts Council, in the month of August. There are millions of artists, millions of tourists who come to the small city of Edinburgh, which is in the United Kingdom, UK. When I went there for the first time, I stayed in a B&B, that is a bed and breakfast. And when I saw that how the homeowner, she puts the bed, she puts the bed breakfast, and how she earns the income from the tourists who stay with her, that is when this idea came up that why not start a project called Stay with an Indian Family. I mean, I'm just telling about my journey because enterprise, I realized along the way it sounds easy but tough when it comes to actual doing it, actually seeing it through, because it takes a lot from you. So I came back to India that year and I gave in the newspapers in Sindhudurg. Sindhudurg was my model where pilot project I wanted to, which is a coastal district from Maharashtra. And I gave a newspaper article saying that I am starting this Stay with an Indian Family project, and anybody who is any villager who is interested should come and join this project for the orientation. And the villagers came. I was surprised at the response, but then I realized over a period of time, this is one thing I realized, that there's a lot to be done in the villages of India. Our cities are so very developed, but there is a total disconnect between the city life and the village life. This I have seen in these 9 years of my work and my travel. So that began the journey for Culturangal. Um, Today it started as a proprietary firm, but today we are a private limited company, a registered private limited company. We are 3 directors. We have now 2 states, 3 destinations, and we have quite a number of villagers who are enrolled in our program. We basically, what we do is we go into the villages, we tell the villagers about the business of tourism. We tell the villager that they can redevelop 1 or 2 rooms in their homes. We give the consultancy. We also help them to raise the money if they want from the bank. In some cases, we have stood as guarantors for their loan with the banks, and then we develop the homes, develop the rooms as per the international standards. We train them in housekeeping, waste management, first aid, communication skills, and then we market their homestay also. Not only homestay, but the activities and all also we develop. So this is basically the core of my business, Rural Culturangal Tourism Private Limited. We are not a regular travel company. We are a sustainable tourism destination development company. Having said that, how has been my journey as a woman entrepreneur? Tough, frankly very tough, because first of all, I chose a subject which was very niche. The idea of rural tourism when I started in 2005 was absolutely new. Nobody knew about rural tourism. I had seen something in Europe and then had come here and thought that I will implement it over here. That was tough. The response from the villagers was excellent. The villagers responded because they wanted to earn income. There were no more jobs in Mumbai. The textiles mills had closed down in Mumbai. So people who were working in the textile mills had gone back to their villages, and there was rampant economic imbalance. You know, people were at home, no jobs, no income, and agriculture gives only mere income. So people were ready. But I had not studied the challenges of how do I, once I develop this product, how do I market it? Today, looking back 9 years down the line, I realized that I could have done it differently. I could have done my entire business differently. Yes, first thing was that I had no management degree. I mean, I had only done my graduation from Mumbai University. So yes, I mean, to start any enterprise, if you have that right kind of little bit of education background in like either the management skills or the business management skills, I am sure that helps, because my initial 4-5 years went in understanding these things. My initial years went in understanding how to make a business plan, how to formulate a marketing plan, how to what is a brand, how to create a brand. All these things I had not studied at all. So I have studied it on the job. So I would not say that I wasted that time. It was learning. It was learning for me. But yes, if any young a girl wants to start her own enterprise, she should initial years, if she's in her early 20s, maybe spend those initial couple of years in getting that kind of education, so that that background is there, the ABCD is clear, and then she can think of what enterprise she needs to do, because then it will be easier for her to chalk her plan. Second thing was, I never planned anything. That was the biggest drawback. I never planned. I mean, I didn't even know how to plan for the next 5 years. Everything was, okay, I need to do this now. I gave the ad in the newspaper, the villagers came, okay, so now we need to go and inspect the homes, so let us sit and make an inspection form. Once I made the inspection form, okay, now we have gone and checked the homes, now let us make a training program. So it was always that because it came up to me, I sat and I worked on the module. It was not that, okay, this is what I want to do, this is the plan, and this is where I want to reach. That road was not chalked out. So everything was trial and error, and in that I will say that number of times I made mistakes, I learned from my mistakes, I went back and forth. Today, yes, everything is a learning, but again, if you want to start your enterprise, and the most important thing is the planning that one has to do. That plan, like where you are starting and where you want to reach 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, where you want to see your enterprise, because the road is not going to be smooth. Because being an entrepreneur, I think, is tough, whether you're a man or a woman. And being a woman, I would say little bit more tough, because especially if you're coming from a family where there are no entrepreneurs. Like me, my family, there are no entrepreneurs. Everybody works. Everybody is working for another company. So nobody in my family even could understand that I wanted to start my own business. Everybody said, why do you want to do this? You can work in some travel company and earn your money. It's much better. At the end of the day, you get your salary, because yes, you are not answerable to anybody. Whereas as an entrepreneur today, whether I take my salary or no, I have to ensure that each person who is connected with me has earned his dues for that month. I can't say that, oh, I will take my money and I will step aside. It's my business. It's no longer like that. So as an entrepreneur, my first and foremost responsibility is towards everybody who's connected in the business, and I come last. So that is one thing that I learned, that being responsible for everything that I do. So I make a mistake, I am responsible for that mistake. I achieve success, I am equally responsible for that success, but along with me, in my success, there are so many other people who are a part of that success. Whereas when I make a mistake, that mistake is solely mine, because they had not told me to do this. That was the first and important learning that I learned as an entrepreneur. The second thing is that every time the success would elude me, I would get dejected. But one thing that kept going for me was my belief in what I'm doing, and that is also very important for an entrepreneur, that just believe in yourself. I mean, especially if you're starting something, an innovative idea, then there will be 10,000 people who will come up to you and tell you how easy it is for you to fail. Of course, yes, it is very easy to fail, but at the same time, it is not so difficult to be successful also. If you set your mind to it. I mean, whether you're a man or a woman, again, I mean, that focus, like, yes, I want to do this and I will do this. I mean, it has taken me 9 years to reach today, and I would still not say that I have reached even 50% of what I visualize. And I keep visualizing. I mean, as an entrepreneur also, I keep visualizing things. So that is also important. Like, you keep thinking, you keep dreaming big, you keep visualizing that how you want to grow yourself, how you want to connect to other people, how you want to reach where you want to reach, so visualize, keep visualizing, the path will open up. As a woman, one of the biggest challenge is that we have to get married at the right age and we have to have a family. I mean, once the children are born, I started late. I started my enterprise after my children were born. So my children were not even toddlers, they were just born, and I launched my enterprise. So I had to carry them wherever I went in the villages. The initial 3-4 years, I used to tag them along with me. So they have gone everywhere with me. Otherwise, again, coming from a single family, like no joint family system to back. I mean, it's tough to leave children behind, and then when the child falls ill, as a mother, you are torn between your work and your family. Then the family will say that why don't you shut down your business because you're not giving enough time to the family. So these things do come up, and they will deject us as women, but we have to go ahead. I mean, if we want to do the enterprise, we want to be a successful entrepreneur, then we have to balance. I mean, Indira Nooyi, the CEO of PepsiCo, she herself has said that. I mean, she has to balance. So that's us. That's us women. We have to balance. But if you want to do an enterprise, then once you do your graduation, you complete your post-graduation in your management or your business management, and start your enterprise. So these initial years you will get. Like I always think back, like if I started at the age of 25 instead of 30 or 32, when I started, I mean, those 6 years would have given me that further jump. Because you are much younger, you are much more energetic, you do not have the responsibility of a family, you have the responsibility only yourself and your enterprise. So it's easy to manage, you can be more focused, because once the family comes, your focus does get divided, and it becomes little tough to balance both. But yes, I mean, however tough it is, the challenges are there, but one has to go ahead. What else? As a woman, apart from the balancing of the family, I have not faced other challenges like that. Like in the area, wherever I have gone, yes, as a woman, people have sometimes taken me seriously, sometimes not taken me seriously, but then that's fine. But once people see that how serious you are about your enterprise, then they do take you seriously and they do listen to you. So then there is no gender bias as to whether you're a woman or whether you're a man doing the business. That's it. I mean, so I wish all the women entrepreneurs the best.
Right. Thanks a lot. So one question crops into my mind. So as you are talking about this thing, see, one part is I hope you must have compromised on many aspects in your family or in your relationship or your social things. So what do you think as an entrepreneur? It is a loss, or it gives you a lot of learning about facing the world? What do you think about that?
Like I said, I started my enterprise after my daughters were born.
Right.
So I have missed out on their growing part.
Okay.
I don't remember seeing my daughters take the first step because I was not there.
Sure.
I was not there when whatever they have done. So as a mother, I feel that I have missed on it. But yes, having missed out on that, but today I see my children much more developed, much more steady, with me, because I took them along with me to show them. I made it a point to take my children along with me, take my family also later on along with me to show them, like, see what I'm doing. I'm not doing something stupid, and what I'm doing is touching so many lives. What I'm doing is, creating value for so many families, so many other families. So when I started taking my children, today my daughters are 12 years of age, and I see them so much more balanced, so much more grounded, not all the time into their own games and all the questions that they will ask me. So in that sense, I have gained them.
Sure.
Though in those initial years, and that made me guilty also, that as a mother I was not there. I did go through those guilt trips. I did feel depressed. I did hear all those things. But today, looking back, everything was worth it, because on other hand, the enterprise has given me so much of satisfaction. So much. And today my daughters are anyways there. They understand. They are my strength.
Right. Means their maturity level will be on the higher side.
Yes.
Right. So when you talk about this, you talked about this planning. I have done some miscalculations or something. What do you think? Suppose having a management degree or something like that, afterwards we venture into this type of activity. Do you think it's an advantage, or we have to go out? Education is not a pre-requirement for an entrepreneur. What is your opinion?
No, a management degree would definitely help.
Okay.
See, on ground, when you are on field doing your business, it will come. There will be different challenges, but at least when, like I said earlier, I did not know how to make a plan, a business plan. But if you have done your business management, you know how to make a business plan.
This must have helped you to move faster.
Yes, I would have known that okay, I need to make a business plan. I need to study. If I did my marketing management, I would know what market means, what market segment is. I would know my target audience. Whom should I target my product to? These things I learned on the job.
Sure.
I didn't know these concepts at all. At least the education helps you to understand the concepts, which I didn't know at all. I didn't know what brand was. The word brand as a concept, I came to know only after getting into it.
Sure.
Yes.
Because when you are born in a family of entrepreneurs, so automatically these things will come into our.
Yes.
Otherwise,
it's tough.
Doing a course or learning or learning about technique, that is
like every Banya child, he knows how to sit at the shop and do his business. He doesn't need to go to a
they know how to do the investment. What will be the return? What return will sustain them?
They know it because it runs in their blood. But I come from a totally background is only nobody from my husband's side and my father's side. No one does business. I'm the only one who has started. So no guidance also.
Right.
So nobody to guide me also as to this is how you ought to do. This is how a marketing plan will look. Because when I made my first marketing plan, it was rubbish. Totally rubbish.
Okay.
Because it was all very good on paper, but not practically very bad.
Sure.
But that teaching would have helped me.
Sure, that is...
like I did my travel and tourism course.
Okay.
So now that travel and tourism course helped me in my business on the tourism part. But did not help me on the business side.
Right. Yeah. Definitely, it adds a lot of value.
Yes.
So, what do you think as a women entrepreneur? Right? So, how you feel the